Awesome. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Jenny from Craft Test Dummies, and I am popping in today. I was gonna do a thing on resin. I'm like, meh, I feel like doing something different today. So I wanted to pop in and give you another little looky-loo at Fireworks ink sprays. Now, I did a review of these a while ago. These are Firework ink sprays from Imagine Crafts. Have you all seen these? Have you all played with these? Because I have to tell you, I am a huge fan of inky sprays. And I'm especially a huge fan of inky sprays that have sparkle. So when I reviewed them, I really liked them. I also found that they had some unique properties. They are water-based-ish, but once they sink into the paper, almost immediately, they sit down and they do not move around too much, which is awesome. So now, here's the thing. These are not new products. These have been around, but they are only available in these little teeny bottles. And we don't like little teeny bottles. We like nice big bottles because that way you feel like you can actually use your product. Now, so I do recommend if you're using these products, give them a little every time you go to use them. Even if you mix them all up and you put them all down, do it again when you pick them back up, okay? That way, see, now it's all mixed up and it's not going to be clogging up your sprayer. So there's that. So the reason why I wanted to share this with you today is I'm just making a bunch of background tags. Do you see the shimmer right there, guys? I'm going to show you. It's sparkly. You can see it right here. So I started just spraying it and watercoloring it, and then what I realized is that I could use these the exact same way as the Distress Oxides. Okay? So the whole thing about the Distress Oxides is they have pigment in them, and you can layer them, and they don't go muddy. Well, guess what, guys? These do the same thing. This is like 10 layers on this tag. Do you notice how it is not mud? That's because this product has a lot of pigment in it and a lot of sparkle in it. And what happens is if you just layer one bit at a time, it sinks in very quickly and then it doesn't move. So it is layerable instead of mixable. Now you can still mix them, but you can do that on the palette. But I think it's pretty awesome sauce. Now this is the part where I speed the camera up so that you can watch me work and I can explain it and so you get a lot more demonstration in a little bit of time. So what I've done is just sprayed the 3 different colors on my craft mat, and I used a little bit of water on the tag. So that gives you that mixing ability. So that actually encourages the 3 different colors to mix and marry on the tag. Now for this next one though, I'm just basically picking up the juice that's on the mat and then giving it a little bit of dry. So I actually picked up a little bit of purple, which was already down there too, and now I'm sponging up a little bit of the lime green on top of the cottage ivy. And what you're going to see is that it's almost like gels. It's translucent, so you're adding the layers, but it's not completely covering up what's underneath, and most certainly it is not blending on the tag. Unless the tag is wet, every color that you pick up is just like adding a little bit more acrylic paint on top. So that's why I think these are such incredible products, because as you can see, I just dipped in a little bit of pink and now I dipped in a little bit of another color. And as I'm layering it, all of those colors are maintaining their integrity. You're also still getting all of the shimmer. Now here's something interesting about the shimmer. If you put the shimmer on the mat and then dip it in like I just did, the kind of shimmery color that you get is almost like a marble veining. It actually has like little streaks in it because you've picked it up off of the mat. Now if you just spray it on top, you're going to get more like little dots or an all over effect. So that also kind of gives you something to play with. Now I just added some of this black, but you'll notice is that as it dries, it really goes way back from black to just like a charcoal color, which I really, really like. There we go. So that's what I feel like make these such an amazing product, is that I can layer even purple on top of yellow and on top of green, and it doesn't turn everything brown. So many of these things that if you go ahead and keep adding stuff on top, it's going to start mixing and turning into brown. These stay vibrant. They stay bright. And I have made like a million of, look at that. There's so much there and it's not muddy. I can take a black sentiment stamp and go right over the top of this and it's going to look great. It's not going to be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go back and stamp on top of these, and I think I'm going to have to abandon some tags tonight. I've been doing my art abandonment, and this is my favorite thing to do, is to just then do a simple black stamp on top and a little sentiment and put a ribbon on it and call it a day. All right, everybody, go make something. Find some of these paints or some of these sprays. You are going to love them. I think they're fantastic. And I just want to share things that I think are awesome. So go make fantastic things, and we will see you soon on YouTube, on the website, and here on Periscope. I got her. There she is. There's my kitten. I know, baby. Hi.